Okay, so this is kind of a spontaneous, unplanned video. I mean, the only video I'd really planned on uploading was the R-CPD video, because the only thing I really care about is helping people to get over this absolutely debilitating condition. But something so absolutely mind-blowing has happened to me that I just noticed over the past day or two, to be honest, that I just have to like post this. Look at this. You see this stretchy skin? I have never had this in my life, and I just noticed this last night. I actually was like really alarmed and concerned about it at first, and I was starting to say, do I have some kind of weird medical condition? It's like rearing its ugly head now or something? I noticed my skin became super elastic out of nowhere. I just noticed it last night, actually. I think it just happened last night because like, I don't know why I checked even, but I like pulled my skin. My skin was feeling smooth or something, and I just like pulled it. It's like super elastic. And I had noticed just earlier this evening, I was actually in the bath and I'm like feeling my skin and how smooth it is. And I'm like extra smooth, not to be gross, but like down there. That's what really made me take notice. And then after I got out of the bath, I look in the mirror and I look at my forehead, and my forehead is like smooth like a baby's butt. I've been starting to see these lines in my forehead, these little wrinkles that show up like when you like raise your eyebrows. They're like not even showing up now. They're barely even showing. I would raise my eyebrows and it would be like scrunched, like super wrinkled. I can't even really get them to show up now. Mind you, this has absolutely nothing to do with the R-CPD, but it just happened to be this byproduct of the R-CPD because it forced me into this period of extreme starvation, and it got me researching fasting and whatnot and the benefits of it. And one of the benefits is that it can put collagen into your skin and literally like reduce wrinkles and like basically de-age you. I'd heard about the benefits of fasting over the years and whatnot, and I never like really knew what to make of it and didn't know how much I actually believed in it or how safe it was. And honestly, the last thing I would ever think about doing was fasting because I was so underweight my whole life. But I think basically I was forced to fast, and especially this past month, past couple weeks, I was barely able to eat anything. So I was forced into an extreme fast in a way that I think is extremely dangerous. I would never ever fast like this in my life. And I'm not even thinking about fasting now. I'm currently refeeding. But now I'm starting to think that if I get myself to a healthy weight someday, maybe intermittent fasting will forever be a part of my life. Even if I get myself to be like 140 plus pounds, I think intermittent fasting might just be like a part of my life now. Maybe I'll do it like once a year or once every other year or something, because this is absolutely blowing my mind. This just happened out of nowhere. Literally, last week I had the wrinkles in my forehead. Just a few days ago, I think I still had the wrinkles in my forehead. This came out of nowhere. My whole skin feels as smooth as a baby's butt. And everything I'd been mentioning about like how fast my recovery was and how much I feel like Superman, I'm sure much of that has to do with the R-CPD, how much it was debilitating me and the amount of relief that I'd gotten, obviously, the energy I got and how much I was able to exercise. But now, the fact that I've been saying I feel like I'm 15 years old again, it's starting to make so much more sense. So this is just bringing up a whole different thing about the potential benefits of fasting, I guess. And like, you know, I was doing some yoga stretches in the video. I've been doing those stretches for years, but I never really looked much into yoga. I actually had to look the names of those stretches up because I wanted to kind of explain them in a way where people would be able to look up the positions and maybe get more info on them if they wanted to. But that all basically got me looking more into yoga, and I've actually been, since curing myself, I've been practicing yogic breathing techniques and stuff like that. And now I'm really starting to think that the Indians are like onto something and they really know a lot about health, and that all of this needs to be studied even more. I mean, there's already tons of scientific evidence and studies they've done on the benefits of yoga, yogic breathing, and apparently fasting as well now, I'm finding. The only thing abnormal that they found in my blood work that they've been doing is that I have extremely high monocyte levels, which I've had many blood works done in my life and I never had that show up. So this is obviously because I'm exiting this period of extreme starvation, and essentially my body is going into like a hyper repair mode. That's what the high monocyte levels mean. It can also be a sign that you're fighting off some kind of terminal illness or cancer. It just goes to show how the body is so amazing at repairing itself. And I'm still going to continue to get checked for like anything possible just in case, because I don't really know if it's just because of that. But I've had MRIs in the past. I've had all kinds of different tests done. I've been checked for cancers. They never found anything. And the doctors, based on my blood work and how good my vitamin levels are and everything and how good I feel, they don't think I'm ill. They don't think I have anything. They think basically the only thing that I'm at risk for is just like because I'm so underweight. But I'm starting to think, as much as this ruined the last 15 years of my life, I may have gotten a blessing in disguise, and maybe my 30s, my 40s, and even the rest of my life, I could wind up being a healthier person than I ever would have been had I not had the R-CPD in the first place, because I never would have fasted or starved myself like this. I didn't want to. The R-CPD left me unable to eat. But this may be like a happy little accident and just a miraculous byproduct of me curing myself of this disorder and how starved I was before it. It's very interesting. It may be that the way I'm coming out of this is a lot to do with my diet. My diet has always been extremely healthy, and I've always been very meticulous about it, largely in part because I know how underweight I was, and I felt like I just had to be really careful. I've also always drank lots of water. Water's pretty much all I drink. I really don't drink other drinks. Maybe coffee, that's the only other one. And they say that fasting is extremely dangerous and you really have to be sure that you're getting the proper nutrition and all of that. But now on my recovery and refeeding, my appetite is so increased. I'm basically eating the same things, the same extremely healthy diet that I'd always been eating. But now I'm eating much more frequently and I'm putting much more of it in my body. And I'm basically fueling this hyper repair and recovery that my body is going through with these nutrients. So I think that's helping it also, and possibly the reason this happens so fast. I have no other explanation for this. I mean, I wish you could actually just feel my skin somehow through the screen, because this is absolutely insane. It feels like a baby's butt all over my body. Even my hair, I was running my hands through my hair. My hair had been getting like matted and scraggly over the years, and it would get all frizzy. My hair is feeling like back when I was a teenager. It used to always be so silky smooth, and that was something that really upset me, is how fast the quality of my hair went away. I was trying to use hair products and stuff and whatnot to bring it back. It just goes to show you that hair products and skin products, I mean, I really kind of think they're just useless now. This clearly seems like, I guess, the best way. Look at the difference, it's insane. So yeah, I just had to post this real quick, and I'm not necessarily advocating fasting, but it's just such a fascinating thing I had to post. And like I said, I'm certainly not going to be fasting anytime soon, but at some point in my life, if I can get myself to a healthy weight again, I think I will go through, more intermittent periods of fasting, maybe every now and again. I'm definitely going to be doing more research into it. So yeah, again, I mean, completely unrelated to the R-CPD, but I just had to post this because it's blowing my mind so much. It completely flipped my world upside down. I want to kind of scream it from the mountaintops to every single person that I know. I'm going to be telling every single one of my friends and family members about this, even if they don't want to hear it. I really don't care. It's that mind-blowing. I'm going to be like, look, come and feel my skin for yourself. You'll be a believer. Look at my forehead. This is crazy. How else do you explain this insanely stretchy skin? I mean, I guess all I can say is you just have to trust me when I say that I could not pull my skin like this before. It was not like this. My forehead had the wrinkles. I might be able to go and find a picture of myself to like put a before proof or something if I have to. But yeah, this is just absolutely fascinating to me, and it completely blew my mind. So I just had to post it. And I'm curious what anybody thinks of this. Anybody who's into fasting perhaps, or into yoga and that kind of thing. Curious what you guys make of this, because my world has just been flipped upside down. Hopefully this means I can come out of this some kind of superhuman or healthier than I was before. I mean, there's this fascinating guy in India. I'll post a link to a video of him in the description. And I'm not 100% sure on the validity of his claims. Dude was born in 1896 and apparently he's still alive today. If that's really true, that's absolutely mind-boggling. So yeah, I'm curious to hear what anybody else makes of this, because I have no explanation for what's going on right now. I'm going to mention this to the doctors at my next appointment. I mean, they already agree that they think the high monocyte levels is purely a byproduct of me exiting a period of starvation. So I have a feeling this is all going to kind of make sense to them. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what doctors really think about the whole yoga and fasting and all that. But it does seem to be very scientifically proven. It's backed by studies. I never really looked that much into it, but in light of all this, now I am. Really mind-blowing stuff. Anyways, thanks for taking the time to watch it. Let me know what you guys think.